Hello everyone, Pierce Nation here. Welcome to a new segment on the channel. This is the OCG Banlist of what we're going to be covering today. So without further ado, get on my OBS here for a minute. We'll go ahead and we'll dive right into the OCG Banlist. But before we do, I want to quickly go over why the OCG Banlist is very important. Let me exit this out real quick. There you go. But why the OCG banlist is very important to players in the TCG versus the OCG. The OCG banlist is very important to us because this can impact the TCG banlist as well, vice versa. And they do. Which, when we get into it, you'll see the cards that they have now limited and banned. And of course, these are the 3 highlighted cards, as everybody knows. So let's go ahead and get into it, and I'll explain it a little bit more so everybody's on the same plane of understanding. So the banned cards are, don't go scroll down too far, for ones that haven't seen it. I've seen it. I don't remember all the cards that are on this ban list exactly, but I do know a lot of them. So, of course, the 3 main highlighted is Totally Awesome Toad, Howkey, and Vanity's Emptiness. These are now zeros. You can't use them. They're now banned. So they were limited to 1, and now they are completely banned. So with that being said, Totally Awesome Toad needed banned for a long time, and this finally hit the ban list. Because it's not like some of the cards in the game where they're like it's like once per turn negates or whatever. Totally Awesome Toad hits monsters, spells, and traps, and if you control more than 1, you can keep negating. So it's kind of crazy. Howkey, the reason Howkey is banned obviously is, but Howkey at 1 is still too much. Howkey's ability to be summoned and then summon out a tuner, then can go link 3 into Synchron deck's a little bit different. But for normal meta players that run Howkey, they go Howkey, then they go Celine. Celine brings 1 back, and then they go straight into the access code play, which is pretty broken, honestly. And it just allows you to link climb very quickly off of just a link 2. So you can go link 2, link 3, link 4. We all know the problem with Howkey. So everybody's played against it. Everybody knows this card has been a problem for a long time. So with that being said, we're going to go over Vanity's Emptiness. Now, why is Vanity's Emptiness hit? Well, it kind of slows down the game, basically. I don't know. No, it's not going to have the effect. So we'll go over this card here in a minute. But obviously, it was hit for a good reason, and I don't remember the effect offhand. But if you know this card, you know what it does. I know what it does. I just don't remember word for word what it does. So we'll get into it in a minute. So let's get into the limited cards. The limited cards is going to be branded in red. This is the Spellbook of Judgment, and this is Eva. So Eva has now went from unlimited to 1. Spellbook of Judgment has went from banned to 1, which doesn't really happen very often. And then Branded Opening went from running 2 to 1. So we all know Branded Opening is looks like it's going to hit the ban list for TCG as well. I think Branded in red is more of a hit territory for the TCG, but I could agree with the limited to 1 of Branded Opening just because of how easy it is to use that to ditch 1 and then special summon 1 from the deck, and it's just a giant combo. And according to the card you ditch, the effect might go off. So yeah, kind of important there. Eva, of course, this is one of my favorite cards. Obviously, I knew Eva was going to get hit eventually, because Eva's effect is so powerful. You get the Herald of Ultimateness. You can literally send a Herald and then Eva, and use Eva's effect, send 2 light fairies to banish, and then you basically reload your hand for these fairies for the negate. So obviously I know why Eva is on this limited list, of course. Spellbook of Judgment. I actually do not know this card, so I will go over that one in a second as well. And the last three, as you can see, is Branded Fusion is now to 2. Your Flandreese Magnificent Map is now to 2. And the Gen X Ally Birdman is now to 2. When he was at 1. I don't know this card. And these two cards, if you don't know them, you probably should know them by now. Obviously, this is a Flandreese card, and obviously this is Branded Fusion. So, your Flandreese map it's pretty broken. So limited to 2. I don't think it's really going to make a difference, but Branded Fusion, it will make a difference because it makes it harder to get this, but still with Oliver, you can still search it, so it doesn't really matter. It just kind of constrains the branded plays a little bit. So, and we'll look this one up later, and we'll look up map as well, so I can go over the details. But Branded Fusion and Branded Opening, of course, we all know what to do. And the cards that actually are now unlimited, we got the Orcust Harpor, Harmonizing Magician, the Lawnfire Blossom, Trushula, Dragon of the Ice Barrier, Regeki, Divine Wind, Mist Valley. I'm not very peculiar with that one. The Night Assailant, which of course, and the Thunder Dragon Roar. I didn't know that one was on the ban list. And there's the Wind Up Carrier Zemaltia, or Zemata, whatever it is. I'm not good with those wordings. Beginning of the End, which I'm not sure what that does, and Sword Soul Emerged. Jesus Christ, I cannot talk today. Anyway, so these are all unlimited. Of course, I think this shouldn't have even got hit. Doesn't make any sense. It doesn't really do a whole lot. So, not bad though. This right here might have been a mistake, especially with all the plant support that just came out. But that's not for me to say, that's for Konami to say. So, with that, this is the OCG Banlist. And as promised here, we will go and we're going to look up some of these cards. Just so everyone knows exactly what's going on. As long as it doesn't appear with any of my information, this video will make it. So, because I don't want my information getting out there. So, of course, Vanity's Emptiness. So this is the card. Neither player can special summon monsters when a card is sent from the deck or field to the graveyard. Destroy this card. So now you know. Basically locks you out and you can't do anything until something hits the graveyard. So yeah, that's what that card does. The next one. Let's see if I remember how to spell. I don't know how to spell. There it is. So the Flandreese map. Okay, so here's what it does. During your main phase, you can reveal one level 1 Flandreese monster in your hand and banish one Flandreese monster with a different name, or Flandreese card with a different name from your deck. Then immediately after this effect resolves, normal summon the revealed monster. If your opponent normal summons a monster immediately after this effect resolves, you can normal summon one Flandreese monster. Okay, so basically I can do it, or if I was in control of this Flandreese card, I could normal summon on your turn. So kind of broken there. So it's all on the opponent's turn on that one. You can only use each of the effects of Flandreese map once per turn. Okay, so obviously that being limited to 2 makes sense. And what was the other one I wasn't very peculiar on? This one, the Spellbook of Judgment. There it is. So the Spellbook of Judgment. Here we go. During the end phase of this turn, this card was activated. Add Spellbook spell cards from your deck to your hand, except Spellbook of Judgment, up to the number of cards activated after this card's resolution. Then you can special summon from the deck one spellcaster type monster whose level is less than or equal to the number of cards added to your hand by this effect. Okay, I'm gonna be honest and straight up honest here. This card should need banned immediately. And that's not good. That is not good. Okay, this now makes sense. And the other one was the Genix Ally Bird. So let's go ahead and just highlight that. And we'll copy and paste. Oh, pasty. So this guy, I actually do not know that much. He's been out for a while, apparently. Let's see. You can turn one face-up monster you control to the hand to special summon this card from your hand. And this card gains 500 attack. If it was a wind monster, you return. Get this card to special summon with this effect. Remove it from play. When it is removed from the field. It's a tuner, so obviously this is going to be some big tuner play. I'm just not able to see the play here, but it is a machine, so I can only imagine what problems lie with this card. So I don't think the 500 really is anything that's breakable. I think it's just the special summon for it. So I think basically you're just using this to synchro off of. I think is the play there. Let's go to Google and we'll figure it out. Actually, I should have it still copied. Whoop. So it's used for an FTK. So this is obviously not a deck worth crap. Here, let's see what other people say. The Mist Valley FTK, which is ridiculously consistent. I'm sad I ran 3 Birdman's Inherit. Okay, well, let's see the entire one. Personally, I think they should have banned Blaze Phoenix instead. Pretty sad. Wait, where was that? No. Open it up. Pretty sad myself. I used Birdman in my Monarchs. Argent Locomotion was probably the favorite. So this is using some deck in the OCG that is banned. So because I can't find anything on it, and the people in that little chat did not know either. So with that being said, I don't think anything here is too over the top. I think this is easily manageable. I don't think this is going to break any deck. Obviously they took after the TCG on this one. I don't see any cards that's going to break anything. Now this might. The Divine Wind of Mist Valley, that might. But besides that, there's not really anything here that is, you know, too outstanding and, you know, just, oh, that has to be stopped. I'm not really seeing it. These were great hits. Great. I like that. And these were also 3 great hits. You know, you hit Drytrons, you hit Branded is in the freaking everything. And this, I'm going to assume, was used for something like Splites or Sky Strikers. I'm going to assume. And of course you hit Branded, Flaundereese, and whatever deck this was. It's probably Flaundereese. Some form of Flaundereese. But nonetheless, you know, they hit this card. There's some deck in the OCG that has to be playing this card like ridiculously. I just don't know it. I'll have to research into it and find out for you guys, but I do not know. So with that being said, I think we're about done here. But before we do, I'm gonna see if I can find the last OCG ban list real quick. Hang on. I would like to do that. News articles. I want deck search. I was wanting to see if I could search for an article. Because the last two do intertwine, and they're very important to know. Here we go. This one. I don't really care about the other one. So, with that being said, Verte and Imperial Order were banned as well. And that was from the last one. So very important hits there. Yeah, again, you got your Adventure Package and your Fusion Destiny that are limited to one. Yeah, you can get away with that. That's fine. Like that is completely fine. Like, don't completely take it out, but leave it at one. And then these, for obvious reasons, like they can be pretty broken over time. And then the semi-limited cards then were, you know, your Eldritch deck, your Night Assailant, Branded, your Prosperity, your Fractal, your Harpor, your Wind Up. I don't know what that card is. What is that card? Harmonizing Magician. Okay, I probably said that earlier. I just looked at it. Now your Miss Valley Regeki from 1 to 2. Yeah, so they actually were at 1 for a long time. Beginning of the End was 2, and Intrusion of the Iceberg was 2. These make sense, and when you look at the two ban lists together, they all make sense to why things were moved. Of course, this is now moved to 1, which is a smart idea. And there's not really any other card because Pot of Prosperity didn't even go anywhere. Neither did Fractal. Fractal stayed. So, you know, these are all the semi-limited. And then the ones that they unlimited, which these need an unlimited, just gonna be honest. Your Memories of Hope, Altergeist, a Multi-Faker. Multi-Faker should be at 3 because he's a staple in that deck regardless. Like, he doesn't do enough to be ban-worthy because, yeah, he specials from hand when trap's activated. Only when trap's activated. And secondly, all he does is special summon another Altergeist from the deck once he's on the field. That's all Multi-Faker does. Memories of Hope doesn't really do a whole lot. You could, this needed unlimited for a long time. You could kind of break this, not really. Because most of the hero monsters have to be normal summoned in order for the effect to go off. So Where Hero Lives to 3 is a smart idea. And Metaverse to 3 is a good idea because it is basically just a trap version of Terraforming. So you're not really going to pop off any combos with any of these. Now this one, you will pop off a combo. It's not a big combo, but you will pop off a combo. Because Altergeist is control. That's what they do. They're a lot like the Dynamorphia decks, which, as you can see, they're freaking everywhere. So with Multi-Faker, you're just controlling the game. That's all you're doing. So not a big change there. So with that being said, I guess this is basically all the time I have for this here segment, and there will be more in the future. But until then, I'm Pierce Nation, and I'll see you in the next video. Pierce Nation out.